Hello boys and girls, hello everyone, it's General J with you in another interesting video today. And today we are going to talk about the upcoming event, new event from SG, if we can call it an event, but it's the new hero coach. So today for all my subscribers and viewers, I'm going to select top 3 heroes to level up on hero coach from each color. So it's going to be a top 15, but I'm not going to rank them from number 15 to number 1 because it's really hard. There are a lot of old heroes that we can level up, but I'm going to do from number 3 to number 1 on each color. So I hope that in this video you will make some choices for you, that it is going to help you to make some choices. Who are you going to max out on the new upcoming hero coach? But before that, let's just see, for all you people that don't know, what is hero coach. Okay, so let's see. So I found this little post on the community forum from Empires and Puzzles. So hero coach comes on the 27th of March, that is Thursday, and lasts up until Sunday 30th of March. So 3 full days. So hero coach will give you an ability to max out a single 5-star hero. So one 5-star hero that you have, that you do not have mats for, that you do not have limit breaks for, haters and stuff like that. Maybe an older hero that sits on your roster waiting to get his turn to max out, you know, from the other meta heroes that you level up. So leveling up heroes fast is hard, and it can be a resource and time consuming, also money consuming. So yeah, hero will be leveled up to level 90, essential level 4, and twice limit broken. So no emblems, just the max out. So you do not need to use essential materials here and haters, alpha haters, or any color haters. So just gems. The gem cost of training hero is reduced if the hero has been leveled up. So it is different if you level a hero from level 1 Ascension 1 to level 90 Ascension 4. So basically, this is going to be a much more, how do I say, resource depending, and it will cost you less to level up a hero that you may be waiting to level up. So I found that it's going to be 1,000 gems from level 1 Ascension 1 up to 18 gems for Ascension 4 level 85. So if you just want to pump up a hero from 85 to 90, it's going to cost somewhere about 18 gems. So I found online groups, I found this kind of pictures. I don't know who made it, but it's great. Props to somebody who made this, and it gives us pictures, small pictures of all the heroes that we can get here, that we can level up. So it's basically it was 732 days heroes folder, and then they reduced it to 700 days, and now it's again 720 days. So 2 years backwards, heroes older than that. So no goblins, no slime family, no garrison guards, stuff like that, but we have some very good choices to pick here. So you see, each color has more than 60 heroes, so it's combined of like more than 300 heroes that you can choose if you have them in your roster. Of course, you need to have a hero in your roster to be able to use gems to max them out. So you see a lot of purples here, a lot of greens, a lot of red heroes. Some of these heroes have withstood the test of time, and with the costumes they can get pretty good against the meta heroes. So my choices are mostly going to be heroes that are very versatile, so they can be used in a lot of situations, and heroes that get a lot of boost with the costume. So not a lot of the heroes are good without the costume, some of them are good, but if you, for example, have a hero with his costume and you didn't level them up, you're waiting for mods or I don't know, aeters or something like that, this is where you can get a boost to your roster with the hero. So usually the originals are harder to level up with the feeders, with the food, with the aeters and stuff like that. Costumes are much more easier, so you don't need to use more food, more ascension mats and stuff like that to use to level up a costume. So some heroes are going to be much more cheap to level up with their originals, and then just use your feeders to level up their costumes. Of course you also need emblems, but when we get into the point where we need to level up hero from the start and then do a costume or a second costume or a third costume, if you are talking about tunes and glass, this is something that is very cheap, and I gotta say props to SG, props to Empires and Plazas for doing this, because this is going to be much useful for the new players, for free-to-play players. I mean, even if you level heroes from level 1, Ascension 1, 1000 gems, you can collect 1000 gems in like 2 weeks just by collecting free stuff. So for cheap to play, if you are using Path of Valor and Path of Giants, 1000 gems is easy to come by. So this is going to be something, a very good feature from SG. This is very good. And also you can combine this with the what's the name of the costume guy that comes along. My brain stopped working. Don't know, but if you can max out a hero here and then chose its costume from the outfitter, from the outfitter event. So you need to check out, because the outfitter is like, I think 560 days and older heroes. So if you can combine some of the costumes with the hero coach and the outfitter, it's going to basically get you like a cheap powerful hero. So without further ado, let's do the list of my top 3 from each color to level up on upcoming hero coach. And let's start the list with the yellow heroes. So at number 3, my choices best to level up at hero coach is the white rabbit with the costume. So he is good even without the costume, but without the costume he's a little bit outdated. But if you got this guy with a costume sitting at your bench at Ascension level 1 and level 1, this is a solid choice to pick. So a regular version is a cleric class, while the costume version is a wizard. I have this hero at level 90 with the emblems. So you here see a picture with the emblems, but these stats are not actually what you are going to get when you level up through a hero coach. But I couldn't find pictures of heroes with level 90 without any emblems, so that's what's hard. So I have them here with the level 90 and emblem maxed out. So the stats are going to be a little lower. So why white rabbit? Because if you have the costume, he gets the passive, with a 50% chance of minus attack of a random target. Also, he deals the damage to 3 and gives a minus 34% defense down that is uncleansable. So if it's also resetted if the target is healed. So this guy is a very good war hero. I use him in wars all the time with my yellow combos, and also he's great for Titan. There are also better heroes to defense down against the purple Titans, but White Rabbit is one of the first ones and the one that is the best one. So White Rabbit if you have the costume, if not, wouldn't choose him, but if you have the costume, definitely max the original. For my number 2 pick from yellow heroes to level up to max out on the hero coach is the Guardian Gazelle and the costume. So even if you don't have the costume, if you only have Guardian Gazelle sitting at your bench at level 1, Ascension 1, she is very useful against the current meta tanks, especially Bernadette and Fergus. So if you have the costume that gives you a fighter class, that's even better. So she is definitely my number 2 pick. So Guardian Gazelle, removes the status effects with her dance and gives all the allies 100% attack, reduce received damage and immunity to new status effects. That is what is very useful with the Guardian Gazelle. She is average speed. The talent on level 90, the elemental immunity, is not bad. It's maybe better than the heal increase, but the fighter class gives you an ability to revive and then to heal up again, which is very, very good. So my number 2 pick, some of you might say that she will be number 1, but I have a special hero that I think is more versatile on all the game mechanics, all the game aspects at number 1. So let's see who is at number 1. So our number 1 hero to max out from the yellow color is one of the first Bard heroes, Reese. So yeah, I put Reese in front of Guardian Gazelle, even if it was a tight fight. Why? Because of the Bard family, his mana bonus and his special passive, and also his fast speed. He heals, he cleanses, he changes the tiles to give more mana, and he gives plus 34% attack and a further 3% increase per each holy shield on the board for 3 turns, up to 70% attack. So not only for PvP tournaments, stuff like that, you can also use Reese on some part of events, and definitely on Titans. Gazelle is also useful on Titans, but not like Reese. She can remove, with her dance, she can remove some of the stacks and things that you need. You cannot stack her 100% attack, it's just that or anything else. But with Reese, you can stack with Tarlac or with Daroga with the attack stack, so you can push your attack up to very high. So also fast speed, attack up. Okay, attack up won't help him a lot, so that's the only minus on him. And also his cleric class is very good. So my number 1 pick to choose from yellow color to max out on the hero coach, upcoming hero coach, is Reese. So let's go to green color now. So we started with the green color. At number 3 I have the powerful Matt from season 5, and especially with the costume. So you choose this hero only if you have the costume. Without the costume, she's a bit like ran over by time. So with the costume, you get the passive that do damage 3 times. You get fast speed paladin class with the 200% damage to all enemies. All enemies get minus 35% defense for 3 turns, and all fire enemies get minus 20% attack for 3 turns. So basically you will need to max out the original on the hero coach and then just easily max out the costume without any special mats. So Matt is my number 3 pick on green color. She is very powerful now with the boost that the season 5 costumes get. So yeah, she is now a very solid hero against the current meta heroes. So useful in war, titans, all that you need, even on towers. So she hits everyone. The damage is not quite big, but the defense down and the minus 20% attack is very good. So yeah, number 3 is Matt with the costume. At number 2, it is none other than the season 1 Elkanen. So it was a bit rough between the number 1 and number 2, but I chose Elkanen to put on number 2 because max this hero at hero coach only if you have costumes up to tune or up to glass. Personally, this is going to be my choice for the hero coach because I need a fast green 3 hitter, and I have all the costumes, but I never get to level him up. So because I have a lot of good green heroes, he was sitting on my bench, and it is really painful, you know, to level up the original, then the 3 costumes. So I'm going to use hero coach to bypass this, you know, to save mats, and I'm going to level up max the original Elkanen, you know, with the double limit break. Then I'm just going to add you know, the emblems, and then I'm going to do tune and glass. Probably not going to do other 2 costumes, but tune and glass are the best. Why? Fast speed, you know, tune resist, a lot of attack and solid defense, 410% damage to the target, minor damage to nearby enemies, heals the caster of 35% damage dealt, and deals extra damage against ice. For the glass, basically a little bit more damage, but he has a higher attack up and bypasses defensive buffs. This is very important, and heals the caster for 37% of damage dealt. Also, the glass resist passive, reflect passive. Some people, you know, might talk about which is better, glass or tune, but I think they come in handy in different situations. For example, I think tune is better on defense and glass is better on attack, but definitely if you have all the costumes from Elkanen, you should definitely be leveling him up with the hero coach if you're choosing green color. So fast speed, hit 3, cleric class, very good. So yeah, stats are amazing. This is going to be my number 2 pick on green color. And at spot number 1 for green color, I choose Hammer Tusk. So this hero has insane versatility. The old Monster Island hero has Barbarian class, attack up on level 90, average speed. So his stats are not, you know, the highest, but his special is something that is, you know, standing out. So 360% damage to the target and nearby enemies, and all damage the target and nearby enemies receive is increased by 50% for 4 turns. This thing is very useful on Titans, Tower events, and regular events if you're using green team on Legendary. Even if you use red, sometimes you can use Hammer Tusk if you don't have Hammer Clang like myself. So this hero definitely deserves number 1 spot. I chose him number 1 instead of Elkanen because he doesn't have any costumes, so it's going to be the cheapest way to get a powerful and useful hero in a lot of spots in Empires and Puzzles. So yeah, if you have Hammer Tusk sitting at level 1, Ascension 1, take him. Even if you have him at 85, you know, or 80, it is something I recommend if you are looking for green Titan event monster. So yeah, Hammer Tusk for me is number 1 at green color. Okay, so now let's look at the red heroes. And starting the top 3 in red color, the number 3 is Ilmarinen, the good old Kalevala hero. So this hero is a monster for events, especially for legendary ones, and also if you need for tower events, but he can also be very good use on Titans and in wars. So slow speed, but in rush war it can be very handy. Fighter class, he can revive. Family bonus of Kalevala is not much special, but his stats are also a bit dated. But his special is what brings him here at the number 3. So reduces the mana of all ice enemies by 40%. Remember that we are living in a Fergus time, Grim Steel time, stuff like that. Reduces the mana of all other enemies by 20%. All enemies share receive damage with each other for 4 turns. This status effect is undispellable and lasts 2 turns longer on Ice Charter. So receive damage is shared, same like Wilbur, but this is 5-star Wilbur. And all enemies get minus 56% defense for 4 turns. And against Ice Charters, this status effect becomes uncleansable and lasts for 2 turns longer. So he has a pick on Ice Charters. Okay, Fergus mana cannot be stolen, but there are a lot of other blue great heroes that are currently used in meta. Also for events, for that share damage, and for minus 56 defense on Titans, Ilmarinen is my number 3 on top 3 red heroes for Hero Coach. And at number 2 we had none else but the powerful Season 1 Kagan. So Toon Kagan is also a great event hero, but also can be used in any war type. So yeah, basically don't use him in Equalizer, but other wars is very good. Toon passive, so pick this hero only if you have a Toon costume. If not, don't. So without a Toon costume, he's not going to be that great in the current meta and current power heroes. So his attack stat in the Toon family is the very high, and his damage is 530% to target and nearby enemies. So very powerful hit 3 hero. He gives mana and defense up to the nearby enemies and himself. So basically you will see that almost every second top eventer use Kagan, Toon Kagan for events. I also use him on Titans just because the attack stat. So at number 2, choose Kagan if you have his Toon and you have him sitting on your bench waiting for level up, or if you're using a red hero, Kagan is my number 2 top pick. And at number 1, for the red heroes, this was an easy pick, easy peasy. So Hater, if you have her costume, even if you already have one maxed and you want to do a second one, it's definitely beneficial to have 2 Haters with costume. The original Hater is better than the costume one, but costumes give you incredible passive where she will always give mana. So she is very good in each situations. So basically more like on the PvP, not so many on Titans, not so many on events, but she is very helpful in PvP just because of the solid boost health, the immunity to new statal ailments, and the mana gain, which is she charges fast, she's fast speed, so she can give a lot of mana with this passive. So yeah, some people use the costume in Russia War or any other events because she is a cleric, so she can reflect ailments. But yeah, basically what can I say about Hater anymore? So Hater is the number 1 pick for reds, this in my opinion. So if you have the costume, even if you don't, but costume is a big bonus, but even if you only have Hater without the costume, she is a number 1 pick for the red heroes. Okay, so let's look at the purple now. Okay, so starting up with purple, top 3, my number 3 pick will be Hell. So Hell is an old hero of the month, and She was very much used in the Rush Wars before because of her mana stop. So when she got her costume, she then became a really powerful hero. So her class changed to Cleric. She has the passive of dispelling the latest buff on all the enemies, and her stat got a little bit boosted. So average speed, deals 320% damage to all enemies, and steal the generated mana for 4 turns, increasing every turn. She deals extra damage against Holy, and she will give Element Link on all Dark Allies that will give 15% defense for 6 turns. Cannot be dispelled. Also, she has solid stats, not something that we see today power creep, but if you have her costume, if you got her somewhere from Tavern of Legend or maybe an older, she is very much a solid choice to pick as number 3. So I wouldn't suggest picking her for hero coach if you don't have the costume, but if you have, I have my hell at 90 and 25 limit break, all emblems. So yeah, she is a very solid hero, mainly for wars, and that's it. But very, very good, even against the current meta. So yeah, Hell is my number 3 pick. And at number 2 is none other than the powerful Ludwig. So one of the first Clash of Knights heroes. So yeah, he is still used even today, even if he's old. So if you pick this guy from the Soul Exchange or from the latest Fated Summon, this guy is a very, very solid pick, you know, to max out on the hero coach. So why is he at number 2? So there are not a lot of purple heroes, old heroes that are very good. I must admit, purple was the, I say, easiest picks. So Ludwig is slow, but he has the starting taunt with the level 90, and he gets with the special, he gets the taunt for 6 turns, 84% defense against special skills for 6 turns, and nearby allies receive mana each turn for 6 turns. You all know what I'm talking about this. So yeah, he gives mana to nearby enemies. Very useful in rush, both on attack and on defense. I even used him on towers, so to increase my mana gain, so you can, pass those, levels faster. And his family is that this special skill has, I think, 20% chance with one family member to be undispellable. So that doesn't happen often, but if it happens, nobody can dispel this taunt for 6 turns. So 6 turns of taunt is very good. Of course, it can be dispelled if the family buff is not activated, but still Ludwig is a powerful hero even for today, and he is my number 2 pick to level up in the upcoming hero coach. And at number 1 from purple color, the choice was easy. Dio-chan. So yeah, Dio-chan, especially with the costume, if you have the costume, even if it will be a second one, so having a dupe of Dio-chan maxed out with the costume is very, very good. So yeah, what can we say about Dio-chan? One of the first War of Three Kingdoms heroes. Fast speed, great healer, lucky minions that steal buffs from the enemies. So with her costume, she became even more powerful. You cannot remove her minions, you cannot block or prevent the minions to be on her. So yeah, and her stats got really much boosted. So on costume, defense up 8 talent, attack up on the regular one. So yeah, even the regular one without the costume is good, but with the costume, if you have the costume from Dio-chan and you did not level her up, which is, it's going to be rare. Not a lot of players we have the costume and not level up Dio-chan, but if you manage to get her recently, she is not anymore meta, but she is still very powerful. So Dio-chan with the costume, if you have the costume, is my number one pick to max out on the upcoming hero coach, purple color. So that leaves us only with the blue. I left the blue to the end because I think that from all the old heroes, blues are the most difficult to pick. But I picked 3, so let's see what are my top 3 blue picks. And at number 3 for the blue color, we have the old Atlantis lady Ariel, if you have the costume. So without the costume, she's not anymore that much usable because she heals. 40% is a lot, but 24 mana generation for 4 turns, not bad, and she cleanses, but still her stats are pretty much outdated. She is very squishy, especially on the defense. But if you have the costume, for example like myself, so it was a hard choice to pick or not to pick this lady. So costume is much better. She is a sorcerer, so she has the mana down talent. She is average speed, boosts health of all allies by 520, and all allies receive a moderate amount of mana over 4 turns. Combined with the heroes that give mana boost, they are giving percentage of mana increase. This is becoming very helpful. She can also be stacked with Ludwig. A year ago, a team with Ariel, custom Ariel and Ludwig was very often in wars especially, and she also cleanses status elements from all allies. So a very good cleanser to your team and very good mana booster. So it was hard to pick from all the other heroes because blue has some very good attacking heroes, but Ariel is my number 3 pick from top 3 from blue. So let's go on. And at number 2 we have none other than the old hero of the month, Perseus. He's also 2017, a pretty old hero of the month, but by receiving a costume that it's also old, he became like a titan killer. So his stats are a bit outdated but still solid. His fast speed, has the passive with the costume for the dispel for all the enemies. Hit 3 targets with 405% damage. Target and nearby enemies get minus 100% decrease for any healing received for 4 turns. This effect can be cleansed. So this is really good for wars. The target and nearby enemies get minus 68% defense against ice for 4 turns, and he has the element link with the mana boost. So paired with, for example, Pop Hit and some other blue powerful hitters like Richard, Toon Richard, this guy becomes very useful both on Titans and in PvP. So if you have a costume Perseus sitting on your bench, didn't max him yet, he is a very good choice. Even I would say top 5 from all the heroes, from all the colors. So make sure you pick costume Perseus, you max him out if you have the costume. Without the costume, don't even bother. So yeah, let's go to number 1. And at number 1, for the blue color for the upcoming hero coach, I have Oni Wakamaru. So this is a picture from the line group Heimdall, so it almost doesn't fit in my screen. Yeah, why Oni Wakamaru? Because he's a ninja and his mana speed is charge. So at 4 or 5 tiles with the proper troop, you can get a 50% counterattack, undispellable taunt for 2 turns, and he boosts his own health. So the more charges you get, the better it gets. So he's a perfect counter to Fergus. also a solid counter to Bernadette and all the other strong hitters that we have currently in the game. So yeah, I got this hero maxed out before the hero coach, at level 90 and full emblems. I use him all the time in the PvP. His only minus is that he is mainly used only in PvP, but still very powerful. For wars, for everything you can do in PvP, tournaments, stuff like that. Oniwa Kamaru is my #1 pick for blue and probably top 5 pick for all the other heroes. So yeah, that's going to be it for all the colors. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about this hero selection. I know I have missed maybe some very good heroes, especially from the elemental portals, but I don't think they have the versatility these other heroes have that I picked. So, but let me know in the comments, what do you think, who is going to be the best to pick on hero coach and which color. So this is going to be all from me for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me a subscribe, give me a like, share my videos. If you don't like it, comment that you don't like it, tell me, maybe I should do something else. And see you around in my next video. Love you guys, bye.